what's up, Crypto Degens? This is Crypto with Aaron, and Ethereum has given a beautiful rally of more than 50% in the last 2 weeks only. So now, where exactly Ethereum price is headed? Are we going to touch the $10,000 mark this bull cycle? And I'm going to share three key indicators which are actually predicting that the Ethereum bull cycle hasn't even started yet. So make sure you are watching this video till the end because we are discussing all these three key elements as well as the technical analysis which you require for Ethereum. But first thing first, make sure you are pausing this video, liking this video and subscribing to this channel to stay updated in the crypto field. So if I switch the charts back again to a daily time frame, then we are actually entering the resistance area for Ethereum, and Ethereum has actually rejected thrice. Once in March 2024 before the Bitcoin halving, then in May 2024, and then recently last year in December 2024. So a lot of traders and a lot of speculators who bought the dip are actually have started to book the profits on Ethereum. So this is one of the major technical that you should be aware of, that a lot of traders who have entered Ethereum in the last 6 months, they have started to book the profits right now. But of course, I stated like at the beginning of the video, like there are three key indicators that are actually predicting that we or the Ethereum bull cycle hasn't even started yet. So let me move ahead with these three indicators. So this is an image of Glassnode. So Glassnode is an analytical platform. I use Glassnode a lot. And this actually depicts, if you see at the top left corner, that is the MVP bots, NFT, bridges, DeFi, ERC20. So it actually depicts like out of how many transactions, these particular transactions are depending upon like the bots, NFT, bridges, DeFi, ERC20 or the stable coins. Now I am going towards the 2021 and the 2022 era, which was the NFT boom cycle. If you see the whole orange aspect, this is actually depicting like how many transactions were NFT based, and if you see like a lot of transactions were NFT based, and if we are at this particular corner, the NFT transactions have shrinked a lot. I mean a lot. Like if you see, we are like this much big and we are like this much big. So NFT transactions has been dropped very much. Even the bridges transaction have been dropped. And if you check the DeFi transactions are somewhat similar. Even the ERC20 transactions are somewhat similar. The true transactions have been increased. One is your stablecoin transactions and one is your vanilla transactions, and the other, the light purple, the other actually indicates the people are using Ethereum for the settlement of value. Like for example, I want to send you $1,000, so I am sending you $1,000 in Ethereum. And this actually depicts that a lot of institutions, a lot of retailers are actually using Ethereum for this payment settlement part, which is a very positive indicator for Ethereum during the bull cycle. So this is actually the first indicator for Ethereum. Like we are seeing a surge in the retail as well as an institutional usage, which are using Ethereum as a settlement layer or maybe for sending as a proof of value. So this is actually very good. Now the second thing that if we see, like I want to zoom in, like this green is actually the first time buyers. So if you see, the Ethereum first time buyers have dropped starting from April. And if we go back in April right now, right, so April was here. And in April, because of the Trump's announcements and the tariff wars, and of course some tensions in the Middle East, Ethereum did a very low performance and it hit almost 1500 points. And from that particular point, the retail value and especially the first time buyers of Ethereum has dropped, and you can see. And what happens during a bull cycle where we, the experienced traders and the institutions take exit, is where when the first buyers actually step in, because we need liquidity to exit the market. And this actually indicates the first buyers hasn't even stepped in the market. So this is a very positive indicator that the institutions won't be booking profits, and this can actually be determined by like the ETFs. Even if you are checking the ETFs inflow for Ethereum, that are consecutive positive for the last, I believe, 8 or 9 weeks as of now. So it's like almost 2 months. From the last 2 months, the ETF inflows are positive for Ethereum, and no first-time buyers are stepping in. Like there's a very little surge. Like because of the recent rally of Ethereum, you'll see a little spike in July, but we are since nowhere near the January level. So January 8 million, and we are like at 5.5 million. So it's like a 3 million gap that needs to be fulfilled. So since the first time buyers hasn't actually stepped in, a lot of institutions and a lot of HNIs and a lot of I'll say VCs won't be booking the profits on Ethereum. So of course this is the second positive indicator for Ethereum rally, and now this brings me to the third positive indicator. Now this is actually MRVZ score. What it actually indicates, like this chart, if you see clearly, we are during the 2017-2018 rally. So this is a yearly kind of chart, and during this 2021. So the activity, if you see the blue line, right? So the blue line is actually indicating the score for the transactions and the score of retail activities as well as some institutional activities. If you compare like 2017-18 and 2021, there wasn't, or I'll say there was rarely some institution activities, but in 2025 bull cycle this will change because we'll see a lot of institutions coming in. Apart from that, the black line actually indicates the price of Ethereum. And what exactly is happening here is, like, if you see, a lot of retailers or a lot of activity increases during the cycle top. So during the July 2017 cycle, when the Ethereum made its macro top first time, it had a score, MVRV score, higher than the price itself, but it actually indicates a lot of activity was happening. And of course, the biggest macro peak, which happened in 2018, also has a very good MVRV score. And if we are moving towards the bear cycle, the MVRV scores like declines or drops to negligible amount. Then again, during the 2021 top, we are again seeing MVRV cycles or MVRV activity has stopped. But if we are talking about the recent pump, the MVRV activity is nowhere to be found. So the best thing, like once the MVRV activity has stopped, that would be the perfect scenario for you to exit the Ethereum. And of course, there are two more indicators which I showed you. Like, of course, the first time buyers need to step in, because once the first time buyer steps in, the FOMO in the markets actually gets generated. Then again, this is activity, this Ethereum activity is actually showcasing us, like, all the positive thing, like how the retailers and institutions are adopting Ethereum. Jokes apart, but there could be a possibility, just a little possibility, and I want you, like, if you are agreeing with this statement, just let me know in the comments also. Like, the other could be like, because the Ethereum tanked so much, and if you are active on crypto Twitter, a lot of memes are generating now. Ethereum has been converted into a stablecoin. So that could be one of the possible reasons that we are seeing an increased adoption. Like, might be people, instead of using directly stable coins, were using Ethereum for the stablecoin payment. That could be a possibility, and I want to know your opinion also. And yes, we are again here. Like, of course, stay awake. Like, of course, these three indicators actually were very positive, but be cautious during this cycle. Like, if Ethereum gets rejected here, then we can see a slight setback of Ethereum till maybe 3000 points. Why? Because there's a fair value gap that is like exiting here. So we can see Ethereum going back to the fair value gap. Like, it could be this. Ethereum is going like this, and then we are showcasing this. This could be the first possibility, right? The second possibility would be Ethereum breaks this resistance area, takes a support, and goes above. So these are two positive scenarios that can happen for Ethereum. Now you have watched this video till this particular time moment, so make sure you are liking this video and sharing this video with all your trader friends, and make sure you are joining our social handles as well. Alright, take care, have a nice day, and happy trading Ethereum.